Wives with narcissistic personalities are skilled manipulators. They can convince even the most discriminating and experienced professionals in mental health that they are not really what they seem to be at first glance. Narcissists are natural-born entertainers who thrive on the stage and have an innate ability to put on a show. Narcissists are very good at manipulating others and are good at putting on a show. A lack of empathy for others characterizes narcissists. Today, we are going to talk about 10 common behaviors of husbands who's abused by narcissistic wives. Number 1. Hyper-vigilant. You are hyper-vigilant. You are continuously alert for your narcissistic wife's next move, statement, or criticism to ensure you don't offend her. You are forced to take defensive postures at all times and are in a stage of heightened alertness. You're being careful with your words because you don't want to give her any ammunition to use against you. You are worried about what she will do or say next, which causes you to lose a lot of sleep and fills your days with worries. You are now confined to the four walls of your very own house. Number 2. You refrain from communicating. You have cut off all communication with your close friends and family members. This is because they cannot comprehend what is occurring in your marriage or why you continue to be a part of it. They fail to see how authoritarian she can be and how much she has progressed since the two of you were married. Your loved ones and friends believe you should sit down and figure out a solution if there is an issue. Nevertheless, hatred, mistrust, and resentment are the only things left between you. Number 3. You believe you are responsible for everything. When your narcissistic wife has abused you, it's easy to believe that you are at fault for everything. You may blame yourself for the abuse your wife and children are experiencing, but the reality is that you are not to blame. Narcissistic wives often have an abusive personality type that causes them to blame others for their unhappiness or lack of success. They will try to make their husbands feel guilty and responsible for all their problems, even if the issues have nothing to do with him. Number 4. Feels trapped in a marriage. Many men who abuse their narcissistic spouses feel stuck and unable to leave because they have no idea how to handle their wife's conduct. This prevents them from going into the relationship even when the abuse gets so bad that they want to. Narcissistic wives would turn to severe manipulation to keep power and control over their husbands and children and conceal any abuse they may have committed. Number 5. Isolated from your family and friends. When married to a narcissistic wife, you may isolate yourself from your family and friends. She may resent your time with them or try to prevent you from seeing them altogether. If she's particularly controlling, she might try to convince your friends and family that you don't have her best interests at heart. If she sees you're getting close to someone else, she may feel jealous or insecure that they'll take her place in your life. If they believe her, it could be devastating for your relationship with them. This type of behavior can also cause tension between you and your spouse. Number 6. Miserable and suffering from depression. When a selfish woman abuses her husband during their marriage, she typically sends him down a path that leads to sadness and a life filled with sorrow for himself. He may start losing interest in the things that used to make him happy, or he'll become more irritable than he usually is. Both of these outcomes are possible. This is because his wife has denied him so many things that he can no longer afford to recover from the abuse or escape him. This is because his wife has taken away a significant amount from him. Number 7. lives by her rules and expectations. The narcissistic wife will, particularly in the initial stages of their relationship, devise a set of guidelines that she expects her partner to abide by. If you don't listen to her, she will do anything she wants. She will discipline you severely if you continue to disobey her instructions. This might entail everything from withholding sex or love to threatening divorce and financial devastation if you don't do what she says. Avoiding becoming involved with a woman known to make demands of this kind in the first place is the most effective method to protect oneself from being subjected to abuse of this sort. The narcissist's husband is in a lose-lose situation. He lives by her rules, despite having no interest in doing so. Then he becomes resentful and angry, or he lives his own life and becomes a target for her wrath. He is expected to conform to her rules, even when not beneficial. The narcissist's husband is in a lose-lose situation. Number 8. Tries to make her happy and tries to repair the marriage. When a wife's narcissism is combined with her husband's codependency, it can become toxic. Narcissistic women have an insatiable need for attention and praise. They must always be the center of attention. They need everyone around them to feel sorry for them and make excuses for their bad behavior. Narcissistic wives also expect their husbands to prioritize their needs, even if it means neglecting their responsibilities or family members. When a husband wants to repair his marriage, he will try harder than ever to make his wife happy again, even if that means neglecting himself or his children. He may even start spending more money on gifts for her or start doing things around the house that she wants to be done. Number 9. Suffers quietly, leading to abuse-related addiction, despair, anxiety, or suicidal thoughts. If you're married to a narcissist, you know your life has become hell. You've tried to talk about it with your spouse and friends, but they don't understand that this is abuse. They think your personality or some peculiarity makes you irrationally upset all the time. What's happening is that you're suffering quietly, and it's driving you crazy. You feel isolated because no one knows how bad things are in your marriage. Your spouse isolates you from others by putting them down and making them feel unwelcome in your presence. The outcome of this isolation can be devastating. Abuse-related addiction, despair, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. These are all common symptoms of being abused by a narcissist. Number 10. Looks to your wife for approval and praise to get. When a husband feels trapped in an abusive relationship, he may go to his wife for recognition and admiration. This happens because he believes he cannot escape the situation. They want their wives to reassure them that everything is okay and that they are doing an excellent job of being submissive and keeping things peaceful. Also, they want their wives to compliment them on how well they are keeping things calm. This may be seen as a codependency between couples, in which one partner develops an emotional dependence on the other partner for support and validation, rather than turning to friends or family members for assistance when required. In the end, if you are coping with the abuse caused by a narcissist in your life and find it difficult, you must understand that assistance is available to you. It would help if you did not give someone the power to manipulate or control you, regardless of whether or not you continue your relationship with the other person. Remember that you have a life outside of the narcissist and duties outside the relationship with the narcissist. You have earned the right to be content and thrive in your endeavors, and the right to be emotionally and physically well. Don't forget that you deserve the most excellent possible conclusion, even if you must seek help from your loved ones. including your friends and family, or even a therapist if required. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. Take advantage of this exciting video right here.